Hello friends, this is Om Prakash Samantray, Assistant Professor in CSC. We are discussing structured query language. In this video, we'll discuss nested queries or subqueries, or you can say inner queries. A subquery is a query which contains another query inside it, or one SQL query which contains another SQL query is known as a nested query. Right. So the subqueries are used with select, insert, update, delete statements, and with some operators like less than, greater than, equals to, less than, equals to, greater than, equals to, in between these comparison operators. And usually the subqueries are written inside the parentheses. So the query which is inside the parenthesis is called as your inner query, and the query which is outside the parenthesis is the outer query. See the syntax of this subquery. See, you can see this query is written here from this point to this point. This is your inner query. So this select statement is your inner query, right? And this is your outer query. So one select statement is written inside another statement using this parenthesis. This parenthesis. That's why this is called as your subquery or nested query. The rest of the syntaxes are same. So the thing is that the inner query is executed first, and the output of the inner query is used uh, in the conditions of the outer query. So in the conditions of outer query, we are using that inner query. So the values which are resulted from the inner query are used in the conditions in the outer query, right? So let us take some examples to understand this nested query concept. Retrieve all employees working in the sales department. You can see the sales is the name of the department which is there in the department table, and we want the details of employees which is there in the employee table. So you need data from two tables, employee and department. This can be solved using the join operation, but we are discussing nested query. That's why I will use the nested query command here. The same thing can also be solved using join operation, but we have already discussed join in our previous video. Now this is nested query. So using nested query also you can solve this question. So select asterisk from EMP where department number equals to, select department number from DEPT where name is sales. So first you are finding out the inner result of inner query. Select DEPT number. So you will get a department number of the sales department. This is executed first. Suppose you get some value here 20. Now that value is used in the condition of the outer query. So it will give you the result of the employees who belong to that department. Let us see how that works. Execute that. Let us clear the screen. Oh, so select asterisk from EMP where DEPT number equals to, select DEPT number from DEPT where the name equals to sales. So I can see inner query is display executed first. If you only execute the inner query, you'll get select. If you only execute the inner query, you'll get 30. So the output of the inner query is 30. So the outer query will become select asterisk from EMP where department number equals to 30. Right. So inner query is executed first. So you can see here the department number output is 30 here. Because the inner query is executed first, it will give you 30 here. Now this department number is equals to 30 will be executed. So select asterisk from EMP where department number equals to 30. So this gives you this result, right? Similarly, Let us take another example. Retrieve the name of employees whose salary greater than the salary of all employees in department 20. So first you need to find out the salary of employees who are there in department 20. Then you use all, right? So what you need to do, you are using employee table only here, but instead of self join, you can solve this using self join. You can join employee table with join employee table itself, but we are using nested query, so we'll solve that using a nested query. So what is that query is, select ename from emp where salary is greater than all salaries, all salary from emp where dpt number equals to some, let's say 20. So all the salary of department number 20 employees will be displayed here. So it will give some results, some number of rows, not a single row. It gives a number of rows. Now all these rows are compared, all these salary values are compared with the salary value of employee table in the outer query. See, king is the only one. So you can execute this one salary out when you execute the outer query, inner query, where dpt number equals to 20, you will get 5 rows. So now inner query has gives you the 5 rows. Now all these 5 rows are compared. So you are getting the e name from the employee table whose salary is greater than all these values. Now you can check in the employee table what is the salary of king. Select e name salary from emp where e name equals to king, 5000. So 5000 is greater than all these values. That's why king is displayed in the result. Understand? I hope you understood this. You can also see the third example. Retrieve the name of the employees who was hired before any employee hired in department number 30. So you need to first find out the hire date of employees in department number 30. Then you use the any operator here. You can use the any operator. Any is the operator. So using that any operator, you can uh, find out the result. So you need to remember that we are comparing the values of the inner query, result of the inner query with one column in the outer query. So higher date is used here, higher date must be used here. So the result of inner query and the column which is to be compared in the outer query must be same. In this case also, this is salary, this must be salary. In this case also, if this is department number, this must be department number. You are comparing these two values. You cannot use two different columns here and here. These two columns must be same. Then only we'll have a comparison. We'll have a comparison, right? So in this way, you can write the nested queries or subqueries. Similarly, you have correlated nested queries, correlated subqueries. That uses the value of the outer query. That is, you can see these are correlated. You can see select e name salary from employee E where salary greater than average salary from employee E2 where employee E2. So in this case employee E2 means E2 is a copy of that employee table. E is one copy of the employee table. E2 is another copy of employee table. This is a self join. So using self join you can solve that, but this is a nested query example. it will also give you the same result. So in the inner query you are using copy of the employee table, and in the condition you are using e dot department number, e2 dot department number. So e is there in the outer query, so these are correlated. So inner query is correlated to outer query. You can also execute this command and check what is the result, what is the output of this correlated nested query. So in correlated nested query, inner query and outer query are dependent on each other or related to each other, right? In the previous one, we have executed the inner query independently. We have seen in our practical examples, inner query can be executed independently, but in this case, you cannot execute the inner query independently. You cannot execute this inner query, this one, independently, because here you have used e. So e is defined here in the outer query. So combined you need to execute these two things. That's why this is a correlated nested query. Right. So with this we have completed the concepts of nested query and correlated nested queries. For join operations and other concepts, you can watch my previous videos. Please subscribe to this channel so that you'll get notifications of the upcoming videos, and please share with your friends and suggest me to improve these video lectures. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.